Hello, good day. Welcome to another episode of Medical Files brought to you by Studio 77, where your health is our priority. I'm Ade-Adeleke Favour Eewajesu, beauty always on duty. And today we'll be diving deep into a condition that is becoming a big health problem even in Nigeria and around the world, and that is diabetes. Have you ever heard someone say they have sugar? In many Nigerian homes, that's the name we use for diabetes. But diabetes is more than just having sugar. It's a serious medical condition that affects how the body handles food and energy. And the sad truth is, many young adults and teenagers have been diagnosed with this disease today. Now, what exactly is diabetes? Diabetes is a condition where your body either does not produce enough insulin or cannot use the insulin it produces properly. What is insulin? Insulin is a hormone that helps move the sugar and glucose from your blood into your body cells where it is used for energy. Now, when insulin doesn't work as it should, sugar builds up in the blood, and over time, high sugar levels can damage important organs such as the heart, the kidneys, the nerves, and even the eyes. Now, there are three major types of diabetes. We have the type 1 diabetes, the type 2 diabetes, and the gestational diabetes. Now, what is type 1 diabetes? It usually starts in children or teenagers where the body stops making insulin completely. And the type 2 diabetes, this is the most common form, especially in adults. And it develops when the body does not use insulin properly. This is the type we are seeing more often in younger people, even in their 20s and 30s. Now, what is gestational diabetes? This happens during pregnancy and it usually goes away after the baby is born, but it increases the risk of type 2 diabetes later. Now, why is diabetes so common now? The big question is, why are we seeing more cases of diabetes? Some reasons include poor diet, eating too much white rice, soft drinks, snacks, and even sugary things. Another one is lack of exercise. Many people live a sedentary lifestyle where they sit too much in traffic and in their offices. Another reason is obesity. Being overweight makes it harder for your body to use insulin. Another one is stress. Long-term stress can affect how the body handles blood sugar. Another reason is family history. If your parents or siblings have diabetes, such person is at risk of having diabetes also. Many of us, we are living a sedentary lifestyle. We are eating more and moving less. And also, sugary foods, soft drinks are a basic part of life, and this can make the body resistant to insulin. Now, let's look at the symptoms associated with diabetes. The first one is frequent urination, especially at night, excessive thirst, unexplained weight loss, fatigue or tiredness, blood visions, wounds that do not heal quickly, frequent infections in the skin, in the mouth, and even in the bladder. And the funniest part is that some people don't even show the symptoms at all, that is, they are asymptomatic until complications arise. And this is the reason why regular medical checkups are important. Now, how is diabetes diagnosed? Doctors usually diagnose diabetes by doing blood sugar tests, either the normal or the random, or they could also make use of the HbA1c test, which measures the blood sugar level over the last 3 months. Now, let's look at the basic tests done. We have the random blood sugar test and the fasting blood sugar test. What is the random blood sugar test? This is a blood sugar test that is done randomly, whether you've eaten, whether you have not eaten. And the normal random blood sugar test should be below 200 mg per deciliter. Anything 200 mg per deciliter or even above it is pointing towards diabetes. While the fasting blood sugar test is a kind of blood sugar test done after 8 hours of eating, and the normal fasting blood sugar test should be below 100 mg per deciliter, and anything above 126 mg per deciliter is pointing towards diabetes. Now, let's look at the complications involved in untreated diabetes. It's if diabetes is left untreated and uncontrolled, it can lead to kidney failure, eye problems, and even blindness. It can also lead to heart disease and stroke. It could lead to foot ulcers that may require amputation, and it can also lead to nerve damage. And this is why diabetes needs to be taken seriously. Now, can diabetes be managed or reversed? Yes, the good news is that type 2 diabetes can be managed or reversed through changes in lifestyle. And the first change in lifestyle is eating balanced diet. Begin to eat vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins, and also eating less sugar and processed foods. Another one is exercise. Exercise like 30 minutes in a day, walking, dancing, swimming most of the days in the week, and also losing weight. If such person is overweight, losing about 5 to 10% of weight can help to reduce or manage this diabetes. Also, monitoring blood sugar level constantly is another way to manage this diabetes, and checking medication if prescribed. With the right step, people with diabetes can live a normal and healthy life. Now, I leave you with these closing thoughts. Let's remember that diabetes is not a death sentence, but ignoring it can lead to complications, and that is why it's important to go for regular checkups, move more, exercise, and talk to doctors if you notice any symptoms. And this brings us to today's episode of Medical Files, brought to you by Studio 77. I remain beauty, always on duty. I hope you've learned something valuable today. You can do well to share with your friends and families, and also give us a like and comment across all our social media platforms. As always, you've got only one body, so treat it well. Join me again next week, same time, same platform, for more health topics you can trust. Until then, stay active, stay healthy, and have a great week ahead. Bye.